All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our call with Sal Wormley. As always, please raise your hand and I'll unmute you. We'll start with Rich Scarcella.
Hey, Sal. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Sal, how would you evaluate Michigan's defensive line? They lead the Big Ten with 22 sacks. What have you seen from them?
Their whole line is just big and physical. They love to rush the QB. They're not really like just lazy D tackles who just try to stop the run and let the ends do the work. I feel like the whole line has a goal, and that's to get to the QB, no matter the cost. So I have a lot of respect for their D tackles and their D ends.
Tyler Donahue.
Hey, Saleem, hope you're doing well. Pardon my voice. I wanted to ask, 5 games into this season, when did you really feel like you were fully back from whatever you dealt with last year? And how did that affect your confidence on the field?
I will say after the first couple drives of the Purdue game, like once I felt extremely comfortable and I just knew I could take anything that was dished at me, then I saw my confidence starting to raise up game by game, starting to feel more comfortable in my position and more comfortable playing in these big games.
Sam Cohn.
Hey, Sal, thanks for doing this. Sean Clifford had mentioned that there was a little bit different of an approach or a more keen approach on how you guys spent the bye week. Curious if there's anything you can share about, what you did during the bye week, both football related and if you had a chance to do anything kind of non-football related.
Well, speaking more of just like for the O-line unit, us as a group, we come together. Like we're already pretty close as a group, but during our off week, we had a couple more days where we could just come together, hang out, go over film, techniques, different things, just really get that bond increasing more and more.
Joe Smeltzer.
Hey, Sal, thanks for the time. I'm curious, so the Saturday of the bye week, this past Saturday, was it more of a relief for you knowing that it was a well-earned Saturday off in the fall? Or was it kind of, I don't know what the word, just an annoyance knowing that, a lot of people were playing college football and you weren't one of them? And also, what did you do over this past Saturday on your week off? So,
really for me, it was more of an annoyance because this is my first year starting, so I've been really excited for every single game every week to come by, and so having that off week really is just amping up my anxiety a little bit, my excitement because I couldn't do nothing this past Saturday, but this past Saturday, what I did on that day, my girl came up, so I was just chilling with my girl that weekend.
Daniel Gallen.
Hey, Sal, about wanting the offensive line to prove itself this year. What do you feel like you guys have proved through these first 5 weeks, and what does the line want to continue to prove in the second half of the season?
I don't think we've proved anything yet. I feel like season still just started. We're only 5 games in. I feel like we have plenty more football, plenty more opportunity to show what we're really capable of. And I feel like we are taking strides every week, every day. We always making that emphasis not to fall back, not to get comfortable, not to think things are going smooth because there's always somebody out there watching us, trying to make sure they're doing everything they can to defeat us when their time comes. So our whole mentality as an O-line has definitely just been improving every day. No matter if we had a good game, no matter if one player had a great game, we're focused on everybody being a unit and everybody being at that same high level, playing at that same high level.
Andrew Justin.
Hey, Sal, thanks for doing this. What kind of advice has Sean been giving you guys for this Saturday matchup of undefeated teams? He mentioned earlier learning from some mistakes from the 2019 loss to Minnesota and 2021 to Iowa. I'm kind of curious, what's that looked like from a leadership perspective from him so far?
The leadership the standard has just been having each other's back. People mess up, players mess up every play. We're not going to play perfect, of course, but having everybody have your back and everybody being on the same page, nobody's pointing fingers, nobody's blaming a different group, everybody just owning up to their own mistakes and just trying to do as best they can. I think that really has been what Sean has been pushing for the offense.
Elton Hayes.
Hey, Sal, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
Good. Hey, Michigan's got a really good run game led by Blake Corum. I think he's got 500 yards rushing in 3 conference games. Kind of in evaluating your counterparts on Saturday, what are some things that Michigan's offensive line does well, and why do you think it's so effective?
Michigan offensive line, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really watch their offensive line. That's not really my expertise. I'm more focused on their defense, their D line. But from what I've heard from our defensive players, that they have a physical line. They want to run the ball. So, of course, our defense is going to have to be physical. They play physical every day.
Max Ralph.
Hey, Sal, appreciate your time. I'm curious, when you look at a guy like Caden Wallace, who's playing next to you, how do you think he's different from what he was last year?
He's definitely more posed. He's more intentioned in how he goes about his training throughout the week. You know, that's also my roommate. That's my guy, best friend since I've been here. But, you know, this year has really just been a focus on making sure we're watching enough film, make sure we're going over who we're going against, their moves, what they like to do, and then working on different technique and practice to prepare for the game. So this year he's definitely had more of a game plan every week of how he's going to attack practice in this game.
Rich Garcella.
Sal, you guys have had some success, a lot of success in the red zone this year. How important has it been to have a successful running game? How does that contribute to that? And how important will that be on Saturday, being able to run the football in the red zone?
Being able to run the ball just gives our coach, our OC, Mike Yursich, he just gives them more options to do in the game. If he know he can run the ball, then he know he can, okay, I can switch it up, throw the ball, play action. I can try different things out. So as long as we keep proving and the OC has confidence in the run game, that just opens up opportunities for our tight ends, Britton, to catch that touchdown pass, for Parker, for just any guy out there on the edge to do their thing.
Tyler Donahue.
Yeah, you mentioned Brenton Strange having a big season, coming up with big plays. You guys came in together, I believe. How have you seen him grow, and why has he been so successful and so productive through the first part of this season?
I mean, ever since Brenton got here, he's been the same dude. He's always just been a hard worker, grit, love to block, just an extremely hard worker. So just seeing the progression through the years and how he's keeping that same steady mind frame and just improving year out, it doesn't surprise me that he's balling to the level he is this season.
Daniel Gallen.
Hey Sal, what have you seen out of Juice this year, in terms of how he's come along his first year at center, and what's it like playing next to him, with him kind of as that, I guess, linchpin of the offensive line? How does he kind of lead from that spot?
I mean, being like first year center, of course, and being one of the older guys in the room, his leadership has definitely started to show and become more apparent this year, more than any other years combined. As a center, you got to talk more. You got to keep it all 5 O-line parts in the same rhythm. So him being more vocal, him demanding things of the O-line, not being soft, not just letting people take a day off or take a rep off. Like, he's extremely demanding, and I think that is what is really pushing the O-line up.
Andrew Justin.
Sal, obviously in any game you want to keep your quarterback upright and healthy, right? But you're going on the road against a Michigan team with an excellent pass rush. How important is it to keep Sean upright, not just because you're facing a Michigan pass rush, but also the veteran experience he provides? Is there an increased importance on making sure that you protect him as much as you can?
There's always an increased importance. No lineman wants their QB to get hit or touched in any way capacity. But just to be able to limit the amount of hits or completely neutralize them, that would be able to give him the confidence to sit in that pocket. He don't have to worry about if he's going to have to move, slide, or run around. If we just keep him confident in that pocket, poised, then that just open up him to make reads down the field, to allow him to do his job, have to not worry about our job.
Joe Smeltzer.
Hey Sal, before the Ohio game, you said that you thought Drew was going to be a dog at Penn State. We're more than a month out from that now. So in that time span between prior to week 2 and now getting close to mid-October, how have you seen Drew improve on the practice field, just from your vantage point?
On the field, he's definitely becoming more vocal. He's definitely taking more. He's becoming more of that QB1 style vocal, like having that leadership, being able to yell at the old line, yell at the wide receivers, get in a position, just be able to take control of the offense. That's one of the main points that I've seen him growing in these past couple of weeks, because Clifford already does a great job being a leader on the field. Or he's very vocal. He's going to yell at you if you're not doing something right. He's going to tell you make checks. And I'm seeing Drew starting to take notes and becoming more and more vocal.
Time for 2 more. Rich Scarcella.
Sal, this is your first starting opportunity in a game involving 2 unbeaten teams at this stage of the season. What's going through your mind? How would you describe your anticipation for this game?
The only thing that's going through my mind is I'm extremely excited to play. Like, no matter the competition, no matter the game, no matter who I'm playing, there's always the same level of hype going into the game. Like, I'm always ready to play. I love playing the game, football, especially playing with my brothers. Being able to just the smiles, the excitement in the locker room. It's just I'm extremely excited for the game, as I always have been.
Last question. Max Ralph.
Yeah, Sal, obviously you're not going to say you're uncomfortable with any of your teammates over another one, but I'm curious from your perspective when it comes to a game like this. It's a top 10 road matchup. What does a guy who's in his 6th year playing quarterback give you that you might not get from somebody who's never seen an environment like that before?
Of course, just being in that situation before. Cliff has played in plenty of these big games. He knows what to expect. He knows how to handle certain situations. So being able to have that experience and that leadership, somebody behind you, it just overall, it builds up the confidence of the team when you know you got somebody back there who's going to be prepared, who's not going to let the lights outshine him. So it just brings the overall team confidence up.